Auction time. This is a 3T series auction. First item 3T01. This is a blade that I believe I napped on video, but the tip was out of alignment, so I cut it back slightly to put it back into alignment. So it's a raw Georgia chert, the butterscotchery type. There's a defect right there as far as napping goes. Other than that, though, it's pretty clean. I think that's a natural stone defect right there, yeah. It's thick enough in that area, you shouldn't worry about that one. Sharpened all the way around. Just the type of sharpening that's, it's like pecking. It's a sawtooth type edge. Alright. Let's see. 8.5 by 1 7/8 or a little bit more. Almost 2 inches. And I think I had trouble with a step fracture right there too. Alright. T02 knife blade, modern type. Georgia chert. I believe this piece is raw. Yeah. I was careful on the edge on this one. I tried to get it nice and thin. Careful pressure flaking all the way down. This one's a little bit thicker on this side, but it's still pretty good. I grind this area down here a little bit. All right. 6.5 total length. Blade length 5 3/8 right there. 2 1/16. T03, another modern type stone blade. I'm going to let these speak for themselves. I got several blades this week. Six inches there. Blade length here is 4.5. No, 4 3/4. Almost 2. Thickness, I'm curious to see thickness on these 3/8. Yeah. I'm not using a pattern for the tangs. It's just whatever it comes out to. 3/8 seems to be pretty common. T04 stone blade, Georgia chert. This one's kind of swirly, and it's a heat treat. Did I do this one on video? I think I did this one on video. Yeah, I remember having trouble with this little area right there. Okay. 5 1/8. The edge is 3 3/4. 1 3/4 wide. The backs are always going to be thicker than the front, or the edge here. I guess this, I would call this the front edge and the back edge. The front edge is going to be thinner and sharper than the back edge. But I do careful pressure flaking. It takes me a while to do the pressure flaking to get it that consistent. Random flaking pattern. All right. T05. Another blade. This is a heat treat. It's not as glossy though, but it is a heat treat. So this stuff is variable, this Georgia chert. Let's see, 4 3/8 total length, front edge. Let's see, a little over 3 1/4, 3 5/16. Almost 2 inches. I made this last night, I think. Yeah. I was very careful on the edges. Careful, very tedious pressure flaking. And this area back here is dulled. Okay. T06. The last blade I'm offering in this auction. I made this last night as well. I find it easier to thin down these smaller ones. I don't take a chance on the bigger ones. Although when I do, I come up with sometimes I have something for the Brooks and Bifaces box. 3 7/8. 1 3/4 almost. The edge here is 2 7/8 almost. I had a little trouble on the tip there. That's why it dipped down right there. For some reason, it wouldn't nap easily. There was an inconsistency in the material or something, so I had to take some of that off. I had a step fracture in there. Yeah. But it looks kind of cool with a little dip in it, I think. Let's see. Can I pick that one out? No, I didn't go through and pick out all the little fingernail step fractures. Right? I could have picked that one out. Anyway. Nice and translucent. Random flaking pattern, but very careful flaking on the edge. It's not perfectly straight. I did remove a huge flake there that kind of kind of messed up the symmetry. The back edge is not as sharp as the front edge. Okay. All right, let's see what we got here. I'm going to offer the little fish hook, 3T07. It's the little fish hook. I was thinking of keeping this for myself and not letting it get out there and maybe end up in a collection as real, but I got this on video, so It's recognizable as a modern item. If I keep it, it's just going to be in a box until maybe I can use it later. But if I want to fish with one, I just make another one. So there you go. Whoever wants it. $3T08. I made this one on video. This one is that blue opalite. However, I did try to sharpen these edges a little bit better. So they've got a little bevel going. Kind of, sort of. And the edges got a little straighter from what it looked like on video. And I think the base is a little flatter because I tried to make the base symmetrical in the side view. It looks like a Kirk corner notch type thing. 2 3/8. Yeah. Interesting stuff, this blue opalite. Although it's difficult in some areas to get a clean flake. So it has a little bit of a crude look to it. And I'm offering these two together. This one is a doodle I made just to see what I could do with the piece of Georgia chert. This is a piece of raw Georgia chert. I had a request to do something similar to this as far as a point design, and I'll probably try to do this on video with the notches that go down like this and get very close to the base. I had a request for that, probably because it's difficult to do, and with narrow notches. This notch here I stalled on this side. So yeah, I'll probably make another one of these on video, but try to make it more delicate. This one's a little bit hefty. Alright, let's see. Total length, almost 3. 2 15/16 or something to the barb. 2 1/2 to the base. So yeah, these two are being offered together in the same item number. Alright. $3T09, box of bifaces, heat treat Georgia chert. This one's $4.25. Very, very colorful. This one is 4 3/4. Yeah, let's see what it says. 425 degrees. Yeah, that one's a little over 4 3/4. Almost 2. These are crude bifaces. Different temperatures. 425. I think there might be one in here that's 450. Maybe one that's 400. Yeah, these are from different batches of heat treats. I try to make sure there's not much cortex on these. Sometimes you'll find a little bit on the edge, but there's plenty of meat on these still. But yeah, this one is a little bit lower grade, but it should nap well. I took a flake off right there so you can see what it looks like. And this one here, 425, 5 1/8. Yep. Yeah, this one's hefty. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 little bifaces. Three T10. Let's see. Yeah, this is a box of brooks and bifaces. This is lightly heat-treated novaculite. It's not heat-treated to an extremely high temperature. I think it's 550 or something. So it should nap for you pretty good. But it's not the glossy type of novaculite that is heated really high. I think it needs another couple hundred degrees to get to the glossy type. But the glossy heated novaculite is a lot more fragile. Okay. This is an old Clovis attempt with the Georgia chert. Yeah, get a little lump right there. Nasty. Whatever. Little reject there. Let's see. That one is a broke Georgia chert. Another broke raw Georgia chert. These are both raw pieces. This one hurt. That was going to be nice. Yeah, when I break something that's longer than 6 inches, that hurts. These two are not made by me. These are made by James Parker. He gave them to me to examine what the potential is with this North Carolina rhyolite. I thought they were cool. I looked at them for a long time, and now you can have them. Let's see, it's a hagstone. Little defect in the middle, but I just napped around it really quick, and it worked out. I hung on to this for a couple weeks, and I'm saying to myself, I'm gonna break it if I keep it. So I'll let you break it. Ha. This is a piece of heat-treated Texas chert. It's not the glossy type, but it naps easy. Let's see, what is this? 4 3/4. My hands are small, so everything looks bigger than it really is. All right, I'm including this because I didn't like it. I had weird things going on with this blade, and I didn't like this lump that was giving me fits the whole time. So it's in the brooks and bifaces. I didn't want to continue to make it more narrow and ruin it, break it. So I'm just going to offer it like this. A little bit over an 8, a little bit over 8 inches. Yeah. A little crude biface. This is a little biface of North Carolina rhyolite. And a little biface I broke. This is a heat-treated Burlington chert. Very delicate though. It doesn't seem to have any major defects, but it is a delicate piece of heat treat, so it's fragile, but it's interesting to work. All right. Yeah, I call this one a hagstone, H-A-G. Hagstone has a natural hole in it. All right. T11. We have a box of flakes, heat treat flakes. All right, Georgia chert. I've been investing in a lot of Georgia chert. I like it. But these are all various size flakes. 375 degrees, yeah, latest heat treat. Not too hot. Okay, some of it turns a little bit redder than others. Anyway, various flakes, various sizes for you to have some fun with. The lower heat treat in the 375 degree range is tougher. It's more resilient than the higher heat treat as far as breakability. The higher the heat treat, the easier it is to break these in half. So I think 375 is a good medium, especially when I throw a bunch of these different types together. Like this is a swirl compared to the butterscotch. I could throw these together in the same batch at 375 and not have any heat pops. And some of it does change a little bit of color. You can put it in, some of these, like the swirly types, you can reheat these higher if you want. So yeah, these two, you can reheat those higher. But I don't recommend heating the butterscotchy stuff like this one. I don't recommend heating it any hotter. Okay, there you go. I'm pretty sure this will all fit in a small flat rate box. I'll make it fit. Yeah. I think I did this on video last night or yesterday. Took off a couple of good flakes so it naps well. All right. And last but not least, 3T12, another box of heat treat flakes. These are larger ones and the temperature is hotter, 425. These are all swirly types. There's not much or any butterscotch in this one. It's all the darker type of Georgia chert. Some of it is quite dark and quite rough looking. Although when I took the flake off, it's glossy. Yeah. So yeah, 425. Yeah, so you can see the big difference in color change. There might be a couple in here from a batch that was at 450 degrees, but I try not to go hotter than 450 on this stuff because it does make it fragile. This one has a little hole in it right there, but it's got plenty of meat on it, so hopefully it's still good. Various sizes of flakes. Yeah, so you got little ones that you can play around with, and then you got the bigger, fatter ones. This is a nice color off the cortex. You can get a small point, but I just wanted you to see the nice color. Alrighty, another nice color flake. Alright, I'll cram all these in here too, make sure they all fit. Okay. Rules. Bid in the comments section under one of my pre-populated comments. This means that you will be replying to one or more of my comments. My pre-populated comments will contain the item number, a timestamp where the item appears in the video, and a short description. So yeah, when I post these videos, I also put a bunch of comments down below that'll give you this item number, a timestamp where it appears in the video, and a short description. You reply to one of those when you're bidding. Try not to just bid out in the general comment section. I might remove the comment. Okay, if people are starting to get confused, I'll remove the comment if it's not in the right spot. But just just be aware that I put in what they call pre-populated comments. So look for those and reply to one of those if you want to bid. I'll like your comment or reply if I see it. That's important. I'll put a little like on it. And just be aware and keep track of your comments and see if I hit the like button. In the beginning of the auction, I don't check all that often, so it may take an hour or two or so for me to see your comment. As time approaches the end of the auction, I'll check more frequently. Like if it gets down to the last 30 minutes, I'll check every minute or so. All right? Sometimes comments are not always visible. It may take a while for me to like or comment, but as the time approaches the end of the auction, I will check more frequently. Yeah. YouTube's funny. Sometimes comments are not always visible, so just be aware of that. And send me an email if there's any problems. I have a demo on my tablet showing you how to bid in auction 3J. All right? So you can look over there if you're not sure how to bid. Try not to bid at the last minute. I'm using YouTube's time tracker and it's not always accurate. It can be up to 2 minutes off. Please be aware of this. Yep. Some of you guys bid at the last minute. You know the deal already if you've been doing this. I use YouTube's time tracker because everybody sees it. That way it's fair to everybody. So it looks like we're not cheating, right? Or it looks like I'm not playing favorites. I go by the YouTube's time tracker. The only problem with this is it's not always accurate. So you know that you've bid on time, and I know you've bid on time, but YouTube might say nope, too late. So just be aware of that. I won't count it if it's too late, even though I see the comment to come in on time. If the timestamp's not right, I won't count it. If it's not the right time to show that you are bidding on time. All right. Let's see. Shipping is free in the U.S. International shipping is discounted but not free. I will add the following amounts to your winning bid if you're an international bidder. First class package, it ranges between 10 and 20. Canada is a little bit cheaper to ship to, but not always, but usually it is. So I need to rewrite this. Anyway, I will add for first class package $10 to Canada, $20 to anywhere else. Small priority flat rate box, $20 to Canada, $30 to anywhere else. Medium priority flat rate box, add 40 for Canada or 50 for anywhere else. Sometimes, like in Saskatchewan, Canada, shipping is highly expensive. But I'm just going to let it slide. Yeah. And some other parts of the world, it's even more than $50 or much more for that box. And it could be up to $70 even for this small priority flat rate box. I'm only going to charge you $30. So just be aware that sometimes, I can't predict or know all the international rates. A lot of times that's why other people don't ship internationally, because you don't know how much it's going to cost until you actually go to the post office and get the bad news, so to speak. All right? But right now that's what I'm charging. Okay, it may go up depending if I see too many countries are charging a whole lot more, which does happen. It tends to change month by month sometimes. I will provide tracking numbers. I accept PayPal, Venmo, Cash App, check or money orders. I can also email you an electronic invoice that you can pay with a card. One thing I get requests for is direct electronic transfer, but unless you know how to do it and you tell me the instructions, I won't be able to do it. All right? If you know how to do this, the international bank-to-bank transfers, you let me know, because I've done it before, but it's a lengthy process, and I got to go actually to the bank and make sure I clear it with my bank on each and every transfer. Okay? The last time I tried it, I didn't try it with a bidder, but last time we did with family, I had to go actually to the bank to get it approved. All right? But this is what I'm going to use for the auctions. PayPal, Venmo, Cash App, check or money orders, or an electronic invoice. I can send you an electronic invoice. All right. Winners will be announced starting at 9:01 p.m. Eastern Time, which is 8 Central, which is my time right now. I'm on Central. 7 Mountain or 6 Pacific. So be aware of the time zones. If you're in the Pacific time zone, the auction ends at 6:01, as an example. Okay? But if you're Eastern, it ends at 9:01 your time. Okay? I will reply to your winning bid with sold, thank you, blah, blah, blah. If I've done business with you before, this is pretty redundant. I already got your information. But I cut and paste this every time anyway. You don't need to resend information if you've already done business with me. If you're new, though, make sure that you send me your information so I know where to send the package. And then I know who to charge and all that good stuff. And I also need to know if your YouTube name is different from your real name so I know who you are. I've had instances where I can't find you in my notes because you got a weird YouTube name or you changed your YouTube name. Make sure you give me the updated information. All right. Let's see. There's a more complete description of the rules in the description box. If you have questions, please email me at jackcrafty2@gmail.com. Please look at my previous auctions to see how they work. If you are not able to reply or comment, you will not be able to bid. If you don't know how to reply or comment, please practice on another one of my videos. I will work with you via email if you're having issues with comments or replies. Okay. So that's it for this week's auction. Hope you like the items. Let me know if you want to see anything in particular. I'm not doing work on the side. Everything that I'm making during the week, I'm offering in the auctions. All right. So if you want to see something in the auction, you can give me a suggestion. If I have time or if I have material, I will do it. And if I don't break it, it will appear in the auction. All right. Okay. I hope you guys had a good weekend. And as always, good luck.